Right, I forgot how difficult it is to speak on camera, but hello everyone, I'm back on YouTube and I wanted to make a return by showing you the school in which the physicist Stephen Hawking used to study. I am right now in St. Albans, a city north of London. This is St. Albans Cathedral. Here is the school. This is where he went. And I have a video already where I tell you about the teacher of Stephen Hawking, whose name was Tigran Tahta. Tigran Tahta was a maths teacher who inspired Stephen Hawking to become a scientist. Stephen Hawking used to say that if it wasn't for Tigran Tahta and the teacher, the wonderful teacher that he was, he would have never got inspired to become a physicist, and he wouldn't be interested in maths. So I thought it would be a great comeback to begin this video by telling you about this school. I think the last video that I posted on YouTube was in April 2022. Most of us see social media platforms from the perspective of consumers. When I started posting on YouTube, I also started seeing from the eyes of a creator. You know, what kind of challenges does the creator face? And one of the things that really kind of disturbed me is the fact that algorithms essentially say that if you would like to be successful, if you would like to reach more people, you have to post consistently. This is particularly done on YouTube, you know, like if you don't post for 1 week, you suddenly like disappear, like your views go down. And I think it is really unfair because in order to make a well-researched video that is worth of your attention, I have to do a lot of research. I really would like to make your experience exceptional when you watch my videos. But in the end, because of the algorithms, because they say that you have to post every week, you have to post a certain amount of content, you start to sacrifice the quality, you know, and I didn't like that particularly. So for that reason, I decided to take a break. Essentially, I would like to share with you like how you can journal properly, some techniques that will help you begin a conversation with yourself, because I think that journaling is kind of like a secular prayer. You know, before, when people were religious, they could speak to themselves through prayer in a wonderful, beautiful cathedral like this. By the way, there is a tour around St. Albans, and the tour guide, is telling about the Stephen Hawking School that we just talked about. So yeah, I think like journaling can be kind of a modern type of prayer, you know, modern type of having conversation with yourself. And since I've been keeping a journal for the past 13 years and I've written like several dozen notebooks with different thoughts, with my experiences, I thought I'll share with you how my journey, how did I do it, how can you keep a consistent journaling. So that would be one of the things that I would like to do. What I realized is that initially it was so kind of uncomfortable to speak on camera in public, but more I do it, less awkward it becomes. Although it is same awkwardly, I'm just like getting used to it. Anyway, as I was editing this video, I realized that the closer I got to that beautiful St. Albans Cathedral, worse my sound quality was getting. The wind was really strong near the cathedral, and my voice was completely inaudible. But I couldn't stop this video, I couldn't finish this video if I didn't say this. And I really wanted to say that this channel is also about different ways how we can meditate. When somebody mentions meditation, we instantly think about Buddhist or Zen techniques of meditation. But there are also different ways how we can meditate. And one of the ways is, of course, journaling, but also reading can be meditation. I've been keeping a journal for the past 13 years of my life, but journaling has never been independent activity. It was always combined with my real life experiences, but also with the books that I read. Because, for example, right now I'm reading Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, and almost every page is so thought-provoking that I have to pause, I have to open my journal and write down about the things that I read in this book. I always combined reading with journaling. These are kind of inseparable things that go together, and like one is dependent on another. I wouldn't have been able to read great books without writing about them. I don't understand people who want to learn speed reading techniques, because why would you like to make the conversation with such a great human being as Victor Hugo or Marcus Aurelius faster? Why don't you enjoy every moment, every thought? Why don't you integrate those ideas deeply into your own personality? So that's why I hate speed reading, but this is what I want to cover on this channel. I want to talk about journaling and how we can meditate and understand ourselves better by meditation, by keeping a journal, but also about how books can change our minds, which books can change our perception of life, which books can improve our way of thinking. Meditation is nothing but a reflection upon our thoughts, about where our thoughts originate, where do they take us in life. I don't want this channel to be those kind of simple bullet-pointed videos where they say like 10 tips on how to do this or 5 tips on how to do that. I want to go slightly deeper and show you how do I combine those really two activities that are so life-forming for me personally. This is what I wanted to say, and I'm not in St. Albans. In fact, I'm quite far away from north of London. I mean, I'm still in England, but let's teleport back to St. Albans and continue with the rest of the video. First of all, thank you all of you who stick with this channel despite of me being completely silent, not posting anything. Ironically, I reached 500 subscriber mark despite of not posting, and I've got such a lovely message recently. They said that despite of the fact that I'm not posting anything, my videos are interesting to them, so they kind of like save it to their library by subscribing. I'm very grateful, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to come back. Let's look at the school from this perspective. This is where we've been. This is the tunnel that we went through. The school is right there. It is St. Albans High School. So yeah, pretty much like that. That's all I wanted to say. I thought you deserve kind of like a message from me. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I hope this public walk wasn't that awkward. It was awkward for me anyway. So stay tuned, and thank you once again for staying with my channel despite of me being completely silent. I'll go and have a coffee somewhere near Cathedral. There is a cemetery next to the cathedral as well, and I really like coming here and to read poetry and stuff like that. And I kind of read a lot of dead authors. I like sitting next to the dead people and reading. I should perhaps spend more time with living human beings, but I just realized that I spend a lot of time with dead people. I read books that are written by dead people. I read those books in places like this, like a cemetery, so perhaps I should go into more positive places, but at the same time it's kind of inspiring. It's so quiet. It's a perfect place to have solitude, you know, like to be kind of peaceful and quiet.